up, YouTube people? Today we're going on a little trip from Daegu, South Korea to Gyeongju. Gyeongju is Korea's golden city and is rich with history and artifacts from Korea's past. For all you history buffs and nerds, we'll dig into the past of each site, and for all you travelers, I'll disclose the modes of transportation I use to each place, including cost and time. Okay, let's get started. Now, from Dongdaegu Station in Daegu, I took the slow train, also known as the Mungunghwa. Now, the KTX is faster, but the KTX does not travel to Gyeongju Station. The KTX only goes to Shin-Gyeongju Station, which is about 45 minutes away from Gyeongju Center. I recommend finding your best route to Gyeongju Station if possible. When I finally made it to Gyeongju Station, I walked about 1 minute from the station to find my hostel. I stayed at the Blue Boat Hostel, and I would recommend this place because they allowed me to store my luggage for free before check-in so I could walk around without carrying my bags. After dropping off my stuff, I headed to my first destination. I caught a taxi to Gyeongju National Museum. You can certainly take a bus if you'd like. There are many buses you can take, including bus number 11, 600, 601, 602, and many others. But I was eager to get started, so I paid 3,400 won for a 5-minute taxi ride. Also, entry into the museum was absolutely free. Now, although the city of Gyeongju itself is often referred to as the Museum Without Walls, the National Museum is a great place to start so you can get a better grasp on the history and art of the Shilla dynasty. The Shilla dynasty was one of the 3 kingdoms of Korea, but was the only one able to unify Korea. And Gyeongju was the capital city during this dynasty. This dynasty also had an effective military with elite soldiers known as the Harang, which still has influence in present-day Korea. At its cultural peak, the Shilla dynasty attained highly developed artistry and craftsmanship in metal, stone, and pottery, some of which can still be seen in and around Gyeongju today. Over 3,000 relics uncovered from around Gyeongju can be viewed in the exhibition galleries at the National Museum. You can see examples of their work in pottery, bronze, silver, and especially gold. Now off to the next stop, Bulguksa Temple. Now I didn't realize there were closer attractions around the museum when I chose Bulguksa, but hey, lessons learned. Now I took the number 11 bus. It'll say Bulguksa Temple on the bus, and the cost was 1,700 won and about a 25-minute ride. The bus drops you off at the bottom of the hill, so you'll need to walk a few minutes to the entrance of Bulguksa. At the top, you'll purchase your ticket for 5,000 won and begin. The first crossing you'll come to, you'll meet the 4 heavenly kings. They're placed here to protect Buddhism and Buddhist teachings. They're supposed to look ferocious as part of their duty to force unruly spirits to submit to their will. Now, prior to the adoption of Buddhism, Koreans practiced shamanism, which is a kind of nature worship. Shilla royalty upheld shamanistic practices and ceremonial rites, and the gold crowns emphasized the power of the wearer through their precious materials and natural imagery. The crowns have tree-shaped elements to evoke the sacred tree that once stood in the national precinct of Gyeongju. It was believed that this tree connected heaven and earth. The gold disc and jade ornaments symbolize ripe fruit representing fertility and abundance. There were followers of shamanism even after Buddhism became the state religion in Shilla. Bulguksa Temple was first built during the reign of the first Shilla king to accept Buddhism. Rebuilt in 751 and mostly destroyed due to following wars, it was restored in 1972. It is considered the pinnacle of Shilla architecture, and it is also home to 7 national treasures. Now, after wandering Bulguksa, I wanted to try out a popular restaurant called Gyori Kimbap. This is located in Gyochon village. Now, I didn't realize Gyochon village was so close to the National Museum, so I ended up paying 17,300 won for a taxi to take me back to that area. Gyochon village is a Hanok village that allows visitors to look into the life of the famous Choi family. I read you can take pottery classes and do other activities, but I was only there for the Gyori Gimbap. Now, this is a famous restaurant that all you have to do is mention the name and everybody knows what you're talking about. Kimbap is often referred to as Korea's sushi, but this roll has a lot of egg and ham. After I got my gimbap, I went back to the hostel to rest before my evening sightseeing. There are just some sights that are better taken in at night. Cheomseongdae was on my evening list. You can walk or catch bus number 60 or 61, but you know me, a taxi is 2,800 won and 3 minutes away. There's no entry fee to view Cheomseongdae, and walking up I could see the Daereungwon tomb complex, so you can easily knock off these sites at the same time. Cheomseongdae is the oldest existing astronomical observatory in all of Asia. Constructed during the reign of Queen Sondak, it was used for observing the stars in order to forecast the weather. The 362 stones used to build the structure represented the 362 days in a lunar year. After viewing Cheomseongdae, I began my walk to Wolji Pond, formerly known as Anapji Pond. I highly recommend visiting this place at night because it just comes alive after sunset. Entry fee is 2,000 won. The walk was about 10 minutes, but you could probably make it there faster because I walked pretty slowly, okay? So Wolji Pond. The pond was dug in the year 674 and the palace was built in 679. They do call it a palace, but it's not really what you or I would probably consider a palace. So this was a banquet site for important national events and important visitors. After the fall of Shilla, the site was abandoned and forgotten. Following dynasties changed the name, but in the 1980s, a pottery fragment with Wolji carved into it revealed the true name of the pond. After walking around the entire pond, that was it for the night, and I caught bus number 600 back to my hostel. The next day, I was on my way to Yangdong village. Yangdong village is Korea's largest traditional village, showcasing the culture of the Joseon dynasty and the beautiful natural surroundings. The entire village has been designated a cultural heritage site. Joseon dynasty was the second dynasty to rule after Shilla. The village holds over 160 traditional styled homes, 54 of which are over 200 years old. There are even 500-year-old thatched roof cottages. A lot of these were private residences, which can be very difficult to find from this time period due to the Japanese invasion that destroyed many of these homes. So I set out to find the oldest private residence, which is Seolbaekdang. It is the oldest private home in Yangdong, and it was built in 1454. The name means to write the word patience 100 times because whoever lived in this main household, there was always much to do and many problems to solve. When I got back to Gyeongju Station, I went to my last destination, Daereungwon Tomb Complex. So remember, this is next to Cheomseongdae, so you can use the same route to get here. There was a ticket office, but for some reason people were let in free. It may have been because Cheomseongdae Tomb was under construction, which is the only tomb you can enter. I was really disappointed I couldn't enter the tomb, but here's a photo from the interwebs on what we would have seen. Large ancient tombs of kings and nobles of the Shilla Kingdom can be seen around Gyeongju, and at this tomb complex, there are 23 large tombs, of which 13 have been excavated, but only one is open to the public. Now 11,500 artifacts were recovered from this one tomb, and majority were removed and placed in the museum. Although I wasn't able to enter a tomb, I did visit the tomb of King Maichu, which was the 13th king of Shilla. Legend has it, when Japanese troops invaded the empire during the reign of the 14th king, soldiers with bamboo leaves in their ears were said to have come out of the grave and defeated the invaders. So that is just a little fact that could possibly make the tomb complex a bit more exciting, should everything be under construction when you go. Alright, so guys, this concludes my trip in Gyeongju. Now, to confirm all opening and closing times of any of the places that you'd like to go, I do suggest visiting the Visit Korea website. I refer to this site often when looking up places, and I especially call the 1330 hotline to confirm operating hours, especially during holidays. The link is in the box below. I hope you guys enjoyed the trip throughout Gyeongju. If you enjoyed the Gyeongju National Museum, I highly suggest viewing the live stream that I did going through all the galleries there. The link is in the box below. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you guys later. Bye!